My name is Daniela Hawkins, and I'm on the UCLA swim and dive team. I've been swimming ever since I can remember. I like swimming because it's always felt calming to me. You get an escape from everything as soon as you're underwater, and it's just you and your thoughts. I've struggled with disordered eating for most of my life. It really became an issue during COVID when everything was out of control. I resorted to controlling my food. I lost sight of how bad it was getting. The next thing I knew, I was kind of at rock bottom. It's just really exhausting when all of your thoughts are centered around what you're eating, when you're eating, what you look like, especially in sport when everyone's, talking about what they ate before practice, what they're gonna eat after. And swimming, you're putting on a swimsuit every day. You're staring at a bunch of, other bodies, and you get to the end of the day, you're like, okay, all I've thought about all day is my food.
My name is Emma Tavella, and I'm on the track and cross country team here at UCLA. I started running when I was, I think, in 4th grade, and kind of just been running ever since. Senior year, I was at a race, and I just wasn't feeling confident in my body. As a runner, I'm hyper aware of what I feel like, what I look like, because you're running. You're moving your entire body, you wear sports bras, you wear spandex. And so it was one race, I was talking to one of my teammates, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna lose 1 pound, maybe 1 or 2 pounds, just so I can feel a little bit more confident in my running. I basically just started watching what I was eating more. And I was like, okay, that's normal. Most people watch what they eat. Over time, it was like a small snowball that just was rolling downhill and just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Because once you get smaller, you just want to be smaller, and you just want to be smaller. There's not oh, I've reached my smallness, I've made it. And I always thought there was going to be, there's not. I would be in conversations and I'd be too focused on food that I couldn't even be present. I was just fatigued, tired, I was always cold, and I just convinced myself it was okay.
Everyone's at risk for an eating disorder, first of all, but there's a couple of things that go into the development of an eating disorder. So there's 3 things: genetics, temperament, and environment that play into whether someone will develop an eating disorder. So when we think about athletes, often they have a genetic predisposition to be elite, right? And that could be related to their ability to tolerate pain, their perfectionist tendencies that make them a better athlete, and things like that. And so those genetic predispositions can lead them to be at higher risk for an eating disorder. And then when you think about the environment component, athletics is a very competitive environment, whether that's in an aesthetic sport or a sport where there's subjective judgment and scoring. So things like that can also predispose an athlete to an eating disorder, although eating disorders don't discriminate.
I feel like eating disorders people don't treat as seriously as they should. You're not weak for like reaching out. I know, especially in athletics, there's the stigma that asking for help means like you're weak, that, you know, like the power through mentality that, you know, like kind of got us all here. But an eating disorder is beyond you, and it's something that you should feel comfortable seeking professional help for.
The way we want to look and what our sports demands of us just don't equal.
You'll be the best at your sport when you're well fueled, when you're, you know, lifting as much as you can regardless of what that looks like.
When you finally admit to yourself And when you admit to someone else that you're struggling, that's when the healing happens. I thought I was the only person struggling with this because no one talks about it. No one's like, oh, I'm struggling with my food. Like, I feel ugly. Like, no one talks about it.
If we're able to begin talking about food, relationship with food, the risk of eating disorder, those types of things openly, I think that hopefully helps people become more comfortable talking about this topic, as well as comfortable seeking maybe treatment for the first time.
The best thing that helped me in my recovery was knowing that I wasn't alone.
You're really not alone.
You're not alone, and you are not struggling alone, and there are people that are here to support you.